The morning light hits the stone of the Quadrilatero della Moda as the city begins to move. Heels click against the pavement while the hum of a passing tram fades into the distance. Here, the sidewalk is the only stage that matters. It is simply another day in Milan. Milan does not announce itself with noise, but with a certain rhythmic precision. Stepping onto the Corso Venezia, the air feels crisp and intentional. There is a specific frequency here, a blend of historical weight and modern momentum that dictates how people move through the space. You notice it first in the posture of those crossing the street. It is a city of transit, yet no one seems to be in a rush. They move with a measured pace that suggests they are exactly where they intend to be. The architecture serves as a muted backdrop of ochre and gray, allowing the human element to provide the contrast. Watching the flow of the crowd, you realize that, for the Milanese, the transition from a private interior to the public square is seamless. The street is not a destination but a continuous lived experience. A figure moves across the stone plaza with a quiet authority that stops the eye without demanding attention. It is not about the specific garments, but how the fabric responds to the wind and the stride. There is a structural integrity to the silhouette that mirrors the surrounding buildings. This is the first glimpse of what it means to dress for the city. It is a balance of soft textures against the hard edges of urban life. You see a coat left unbuttoned, swaying just enough to reveal a glimpse of a different layer beneath. It is a visual language spoken in low tones. There is no desperate need for recognition here. Instead, there is a settled sense of identity that feels as permanent as the cathedral in the distance. The street begins to reveal its true character through these individual expressions of composure. In Milan, power is never heavy. It is found in the way a sleeve is pushed up or how a scarf is draped without a second thought. There is a pervasive rejection of the stiff and the formal in favor of something much more difficult to achieve, which is true ease. You watch a group gathered near a newsstand, their clothes looking like a second skin rather than a costume. They lean against walls and sit on the steps of monuments with a relaxed grace that suggests their attire is designed for living, not just for looking. It is the art of the sprezzatura, where the most complex aesthetic decisions are made to appear accidental. This confidence comes from a deep familiarity with one's own presence in the world. It is a refusal to be overwhelmed by the garment. The clothes serve the person, and never the other way around. The visual richness of the city comes from the friction between the old and the new. A sharp, modern shoulder line cuts through the soft haze of a historic side street. You see the matte finish of wool against the polished brass of a heavy wooden door. These intersections define the Milanese aesthetic. It is a sensory experience where the weight of a textile is as important as its color. As the sun shifts, it catches the weave of a jacket or the slight sheen of leather, highlighting the quality that exists beneath the surface. Everything feels tactile and grounded. The street acts as a gallery where the exhibits are constantly in motion. You begin to notice the smaller details now, like the way a pant leg breaks perfectly over a shoe or the subtle matte texture of a bag carried close to the body. It is a world of quiet luxury built on substance. To see a well-cut suit in Milan is to see a lesson in engineering. It is designed to move, to breathe, and to adapt to the pace of a working city. As people navigate the crosswalks, you see the way the fabric collapses and recovers with every step. There is a fluidity to the tailoring that feels organic. It isn't about restriction, it is about silhouette. A shoulder follows the natural line of the body, and a trouser moves with the swing of a leg. Even in the most structured pieces, there is a softness that allows for a full range of human expression. You watch someone reach for a phone or hail a taxi, and the garment maintains its integrity throughout the gesture. This is the essence of Italian construction. It is refined but never fragile. It is built for the reality of the street, where movement is constant and the environment is unforgiving. pace slows for a moment in a quiet courtyard tucked away from the main thoroughfare. Here, the city sounds are muffled and the visual noise subsides. You observe a single individual sitting on a bench, lost in thought. There is a profound beauty in this stillness. It allows you to appreciate the atmosphere of the city beyond the fashion. The smell of roasted coffee, the cool dampness of the stone, and the gentle filtered light through the trees. In this pause, you realize that style in Milan is part of a larger cultural tapestry. It is connected to the architecture, the food, and the way time is valued. The person on the bench is not performing for anyone. They are simply existing within their own space. This quietude is the foundation of the city's elegance. It is the breath taken before the next movement begins. Refinement does not require a tie or a formal jacket. On the streets of Milan, a simple knit or a perfectly proportioned coat can carry the same weight as a tuxedo. You see it in the way a sweater is layered over a collared shirt, or how a pair of clean trousers meets a sturdy boot. This is the uniform of the everyday, elevated through fit and material. It is a practical kind of beauty. These are clothes meant for a long lunch, a gallery visit, or a walk through the park. The colors are often pulled from the city itself, with shades of navy, charcoal, and sand dominating the palette. It is a cohesive look that feels democratic yet distinguished. By stripping away the unnecessary, the focus remains on the individual. The outfit becomes a quiet accompaniment to a life well lived, never overshadowing the person wearing it. The changing season brings a new layer of complexity to the Milanese streets. As the temperature drops, the mastery of layering becomes evident. You see the interplay of different weights of wool, silk, and cotton. A heavy overcoat provides the anchor for a lighter inner layer, creating a sense of depth and protection. There is a tactile intelligence to how people prepare for the elements. They don't just dress for the weather, they use the weather as an opportunity to introduce new textures. A leather glove tucked into a pocket or a cashmere wrap settled around the shoulders adds a final touch of functional grace. Even under a gray sky, the city feels vibrant because of this attention to detail. The muted tones of the winter wardrobe harmonize with the mist rising off the Navigli, creating a visual narrative that is both somber and deeply sophisticated. While there is a shared language of style in Milan, there is always room for the personal accent. You might notice a vintage watch, a bold frame on a pair of glasses, or a flash of an unexpected color in a sock or a pocket square. These are the signatures of the individual. They are quiet rebellions against the expected. It is a reminder that fashion in this city is a lived culture, not a set of rigid rules. People take the classic foundations and bend them to fit their own history and personality. You see a young man in a traditional coat paired with modern technical sneakers, or an older woman with a vibrant silk scarf that seems to tell a story of its own. These moments of friction are what keep the street style from feeling like a museum. It is a living, breathing evolution of taste that respects the past while moving toward the future. As the day reaches its peak, the energy of the city becomes a collective force. The sidewalks are a river of movement, a shifting mosaic of silhouettes and colors. You stand back and let the sheer volume of style wash over you. It is in this density that the true power of Milanese dressing is revealed. It is not just about one person, but about the standard that the community sets for itself. There is a mutual respect in the way people present themselves to the world. They are participants in a shared urban theater. The sound of footsteps on the pavement and the low murmur of conversation create a soundtrack for this visual parade. It is a reminder that the street is the ultimate democratic space, where everyone contributes to the atmosphere of the city simply by showing up as themselves. The sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the piazza and turning the stone to gold. The day's energy softens, but the impression remains. What we have seen is not a performance, but a way of being. In Milan, style is the byproduct of a culture that values quality, heritage, and the quiet dignity of the everyday. It is an invitation to look closer at the world around us and to find beauty in the way we move through it. As the city transitions into evening, the silhouettes become sharper and the mood more reflective. There is a lasting sense of composure that lingers long after the crowd has thinned. If you found a moment of inspiration in these streets, carry that feeling with you. There is always more to observe. Until the next street, the next city, and the next moment of effortless grace.